As soon as the boys performed their last set, they pushed through the curtain to get backstage. Roy Sykes and Montana Del Rey stepped back first. Montana was the bassist and had blonde hair that was cut and gelled into a spiky mohawk. His right eyebrow and the right corner of his bottom lip were pierced with studs. And from what I'd heard, he was the showboat of them all. He craved the attention, knowing he could never get more than Gage did. In my perspective, Gage was hotter, but Montana was extremely close. "We've got a live one back here already," Montana said, his eyes hard on me as he placed his red bass guitar against a crate. I called dibs. He winked at me, but I swallowed hard, keeping my chin up. Ben told me not to look weak in front of the boys, and I was following through with his advice. I hadn't been introduced to any of the boys except Gage. He repeated over and over how the boys loved to tease, and I had to suck it up and deal with it because they never held back. Montana stepped toward me, his light blue eyes lax and observing me in my skinny jeans and white blouse Ben and I bought during our shopping spree for the tour. "Can I get a name?" he asked, pierced eyebrow lifting. "Eliza Smith." "Eliza Smith," he repeated, grinning as he rolled my name off his tongue. "I like that. Cute." I sighed and took a step back. Montana's eyes narrowed as he stared at me. "What brings you backstage? Which one of us were you hoping to run into?" Just as he asked, Gage came stumbling back with Diedrich Parsley, a.k.a. Deed P., the drummer, along with a whopping of screaming and shouting from the overly excited FireNine fans. As soon as Gage caught sight of Montana near me, his head slanted. "What's up?" he asked, looking from me to Montana. "I called dibs," Montana stated, smiling. "She's cute." "I'm not a pick for tonight, Montana," I told him, lifting my hands and shrugging. "Sorry." "You aren't. What are you then?" "I'm only back here because my dad is your manager." Montana's eyes stretched and Gage chuckled, clapping Montana's shoulder. "Step off, Montana, even if she were an after-party groupie. I'd be the one calling dibs, not you." "Oh, you think so?" "No so, buddy." Montana snorted a laugh and then took a step back. "Let's hear it from Miss Eliza. If you were a groupie, who would you be waiting for right now?" I hesitated as all eyes turned on me. Even Roy and Deed looked at me, waiting for an answer. I had to remain confident. I wanted to keep the teasing atmosphere going, so I said, "Roy Sykes. I find him handsome and unique among you all." Gage's eyes widened and Montana yelled, "Hilarious!" while chuckling. Roy stared at me, his dark eyes wider than I'd ever seen them beneath his shaggy hair, and then he turned around, clutching his guitar a little too tightly, causing his knuckles to pale. My smile fell rapidly as he hurried for his dressing room and slammed the door shut behind him. "She's funny as hell. I like her," Montana said, still laughing. "Don't mind Roy. It's been a while since he's had a girl. He's the weird one, if you haven't noticed already." "Yeah," I forced a laugh. I couldn't help but worry for Roy. I didn't think I said anything bad. Montana turned around and trailed off to his dressing room. "Time to get ready for the real ladies, then," he hollered right before slamming his door behind him. Deed and Gage were still standing in front of me, and as Deed realized how awkward it was becoming, he ran a hand through his cropped, gelled black hair and turned around, his drumstick still in hand. Deed was more slender than the other boys. I was sure he had a nice body as well. He just seemed a bit more boyish than the others. "Yeah, so I'm just gonna go." He hesitated, switching glances between me and Gage. He then hurried down the hall and his door clicked shut behind him. Gage watched him disappear before chuckling and looking at me again. "Did I say something wrong?" I asked. "Like Montana said,